Hey everyone, for you who don't know me, my name is Katrina and I'm from tprteaching.com, giving you the latest information about ESL online teaching. Lately, we were struck with some pretty crazy news, and I didn't want to make a video about this for a while because I thought it was just speculation, something that was in the air, fear that was in the air that might not necessarily come into fruition. So I thought, I don't need to make a video about this, but actually action has been taken very quickly, and now we're seeing some major impact on the online ESL industry in China. And we know that that's a big market for online teaching, and there's some of the biggest companies there. But now the government is taking steps, he's intervening, and he's putting a stop to online tutoring due to the financial burden it's placing on parents and the consequences that is having on the economy. This is what Magic Ears sent to their teachers. It was added on Reddit. Other teachers can confirm that this is true. They were sent this. Let's take a look and read some parts of it. So many of you have been closely following the news regarding the new governmental regulations released at the end of July. These regulations affect all companies that offer tutoring on subjects that are taught in the public school curriculum, including English. It has taken time not only to understand the impact that these new regulations will have on Magic Ears, but also to recover from the initial blow. These past weeks have been very difficult for us in the Beijing office, but instead of trying to hide the sobering facts, we have prepared this official announcement to be transparent. We believe our family of teachers have the right to know what is happening, so a vague announcement isn't enough. We want you to know the situation that we are in and what our plan is. First of all, to be clear, the growth of the online ESL industry is no longer being encouraged, and it will not be permitted to expand. The new regulations set in place will restrict activity for all ESL companies based in China. It will shrink the industry, and eventually it will be dissolved entirely. All companies, including Magic Ears, have downsized. We are now running on only a quarter of the staff that was initially supporting our students and teachers. On the upside, the government will be allowing some concessions to companies on an individual basis as they implement the new regulations. The good news for Magic Ears, our teachers and parents, is this. They are allowing us to honor our contractual obligations with the parents who have already purchased classes. This is good news because they have purchased months or even years in advance, and they would prefer for their children to attend class rather than get a refund, and our teachers can still count on steady work from our classes for months to come. But the big question still stands, how many months? The truth is, it's still hard to know exactly what will happen a few months from now, or if some unexpected updates could come from the government. At any rate, according to our estimations, we feel confident that the booking rate will remain stable as usual and will not fluctuate much for the next 6 months. Based on this estimation, we also are calculating that starting from February of 2022, the booking rate will gradually decrease more and more over the following 6 months until all student classes have been taught. So contrary to some rumors, Magic Ears will not close. Rather, we feel confident that we will be functioning well for approximately another year. We want you to know this because we want you to continue this journey with us and our students as long as it remains possible. You mean so much to our students and so much to us that we sincerely hope you will continue teaching with us as long as you can continue to book classes with us. So things are going to basically work out as things are going to go on kind of more or less as usual for a few months, but gradually the bookings are going to decrease and teachers are going to have to move on because it's not Magic Ears' fault, it's just this is the way it is for the country and the Chinese ESL teaching industry as a whole. This is this is what it's going to be, because it's not just Magic Ears. This is affecting GoGo Kid, Landy, every ESL company, all the big companies that we know and we are part of or have been part of at one point or another. So if you're thinking about teaching online, if you're just new to this and you're just hearing this news today, I will say that it's still absolutely possible to teach online. But the difference is that these big companies that many people typically teach at will no longer be available. There are many teaching companies in Europe and America, and it's just about looking out for those jobs and finding alternative routes. Like, for example, an American company is Cambly, and that is super popular. So Cambly is one that I talk about in my other videos. They are still hiring. And OutSchool is another online teaching platform where you can teach groups of students, and they're still open for business. And that's an American company, and they teach multiple subjects, not just ESL. So there's ways around everything. The thing is that it's not really fixing a problem. If we look at some of the other news articles, so here's CNBC, and what they have to say is banning after-school tutoring institutions. It's not going to stop parents from hiring private tutors. The problem with the private tutors in the likes of Beijing, they're very expensive, and it's actually putting a stress on parents who cannot afford these services. So the online service was more convenient and it was for parents, and now parents don't have that anymore, and they're still going to look for private tutors for their children. Parents are going to look for private tutors because they need their children to be able to compete. It's very hard to get a place in the universities and in the schools, and all they want to do is, get the best education for their children so that they have the best start and the best possible future that they can provide for them. Children might not necessarily be getting the best education in the schools. There could be 60 children in the one school, and they need the extra tutoring. They need that extra boost to give them the grades that they're looking for, Here in the New York Times, they say that while banning tutoring services is meant to eliminate some of the anxiety, parents said the new rule would simply create new pressures, especially for families that depend on the after-school programs for childcare. After-school tutoring was expensive, but at least it was a solution. Now China has taken away an easy solution for parents without changing the problem. It says for Chinese students hoping to get a spot at a prestigious university, everything hinges on these single exams that many children are primed for before they even learn how to write. So the thing is, these children are learning subjects, they're trying to become experts before they've even learned it in school. They just want to be ahead of the game. They want the best for their children. It says that banning after-school classes will allow only families that can afford private tutoring to give their children an edge. Instead of alleviating any burden, the ban will add to it. It makes it harder for kids of poor families to succeed. The point I'm trying to get is that there's still going to be a huge demand for this. There's still going to be a huge demand for online teaching. But going through a big company, it's not possible anymore for foreign teachers to do this. And foreign teachers from the US, Canada, or wherever will need to find their own market. If you want to, you can set up your own online teaching business. Now would be a great time. So if you have any parents and their WeChat or their numbers, now is a good time to I'm not trying to say anything illegal here, but try to, maybe you could start your own online tutoring business. Doesn't necessarily have to be based in around China's laws. And I'm hoping to make more videos to show you how you can set up your website. Like I made a website for, you know, accepting payments and from different countries, and I'll show you how you can set up your own website. Also, don't be afraid to look at other options, look at other companies that you could join. You have a few months to work with these companies, but they're going downhill, and they're going downhill fast. So you need to be prepared. If you want to stay teaching online, it is possible to do that. And I will continue to make videos to update you on how you can do that. On my website, TPR Teaching, I hope to have maybe a page of online teaching schools or other online teaching opportunities for you, or teaching positions abroad. So I think I'm going to create a job listing page, and you'll find that in the links down below. I'm going to leave all links down below for everything, and you can have a look at those and see, is there anything that any teaching company that you want to join. Make sure you subscribe to hear more information about other jobs and opportunities that I have coming up. I will be sure to let you know. Keep teaching, keep smiling. You will get through this, and know that there are many options for you. Another idea is to sign up for my mailing list. Down below, I'll leave a link. I'll be sure to let you know about new online ESL jobs. I hope I've been able to clarify some of this for you, and should there be any updates, I'll be sure to let you know. Thank you so much for listening, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.